What if I told you that your silence holds a power most people will never understand? That when you stop explaining, defending, or reacting, you begin to reveal what words could never expose. Your silence isn't passive, it's piercing. It cuts through deception and forces truth to rise to the surface. The moment you withdraw your energy from people who feed on attention, you take away their power. You turn their manipulation into desperation. You flip the dynamic. Suddenly, the one who tried to control you loses control over themselves. Silence has always been misunderstood. Society tells you to speak up, defend yourself, prove your point. But the Stoics knew better. They taught that silence is not surrender, it's strategy. Epictetus once said, "Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings." Those words aren't poetic, they're powerfully real. Because silence isn't something you choose when life is easy. You learn it after being drained by arguments, gaslighting, and people who twist your truth. You reach a breaking point and realize your peace is worth more than being understood. Silence is your boundary made visible. It says, "I'm done trying to convince you." It says, "I no longer need to be seen to know my value." It's how you rise above the noise of people who want to drag you into chaos. When you stay silent, you take back emotional control. You no longer give them the reaction they crave. You stop letting their behavior dictate your energy, and that's when the power shifts. You stop dancing to their rhythm, and they're left stumbling to find their own beat. What they once mistook for weakness becomes the very thing that breaks them. Your silence exposes their insecurities, their fear of losing control, and their inability to handle someone who doesn't feed their ego. You show them that you're not addicted to attention, you're grounded in self-respect. Silence becomes your armor, and your calmness becomes their chaos. So today, we're not just talking about staying quiet. We're talking about mastering silence as your most powerful weapon. You're going to learn how silence unmasks pretenders, exposes truth, rebuilds self-respect, and restores your strength. Because the moment you stop explaining yourself to the wrong people, your silence starts speaking volumes. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My silence exposes truth. Number 1. Silence reveals their dependence on your energy. When you go silent, you remove the fuel that once kept their illusion alive. People who rely on manipulation, drama, or emotional games need your energy like oxygen. They crave your reactions because your attention validates their power. But when you stop engaging, when your phone stops lighting up with explanations and defenses, they start to panic. Their control begins to fade, and the mask they wore so confidently begins to crumble. Silence shows you who needed you for love, and who needed you for ego. The one who fed on your emotions suddenly finds themselves starving. They realize that their influence over you existed only as long as you allowed it. The quiet unnerves them because it's no longer about what you say, it's about what you don't say. You've taken away their stage, their audience, their sense of dominance. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." When you choose silence, you elevate your thinking. You stop wasting energy on proving your worth and start investing it into your peace. Silence becomes your declaration that your mind, your mood, and your focus belong to you, not to someone who thrives off your reaction. This isn't about ignoring people out of arrogance. It's about protecting your energy from those who abuse your kindness. Silence tells the manipulator, "You no longer have access to my emotions." It tells your soul, "I'm done giving my power away." That shift is where real control begins. The next time you feel that burning urge to reply, pause. Don't feed the chaos. Breathe. Ask yourself, who actually benefits if I respond right now? Then remind yourself, your silence isn't avoidance, it's mastery. That's how you reclaim your energy and your peace. Number 2, silence forces them to face themselves. When you stop talking, something powerful happens. You remove their favorite escape route. Manipulative people run from self-reflection like it's fire. They survive by deflecting, blaming, and twisting your emotions to avoid looking inward. But your silence traps them with the one thing they fear most, their own truth. Without your responses to distract them, they're left alone with their guilt, their insecurity, and the echoes of their own behavior. Suddenly, they can't hide behind excuses or false confidence. They're forced to confront the emptiness within them, the reality that their control was built on manipulation, not strength. Your silence becomes their mirror, and mirrors don't lie. Every unanswered message, every calm refusal to engage, shines a light on their own flaws. They begin to realize that the chaos they blamed you for was always theirs, and that realization cuts deeper than any argument ever could. You've taken away their ability to twist your words or distort your reality. You've handed them nothing but truth, and truth terrifies them. Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." And that's exactly what you're doing. You're learning to live without noise, without dependency, without the need to explain yourself to people who refuse to understand. That's evolution. That's power. They might call your silence arrogance or indifference, but deep down, they know it's strength. It's control. It's peace earned through discipline. Stop rushing to fill the silence. Don't chase. Don't clarify. Let it breathe. Let them sit in the discomfort they created. They need that silence more than you do. It's their mirror, their consequence, their truth. Silence isn't just your weapon, it's their awakening. The moment you stop rescuing them from their reflection, you finally rescue yourself. Number 3, silence takes back control of the narrative. When you stop responding, you destroy their power to rewrite your truth. Manipulators thrive on noise, arguments, explanations, emotional reactions. Every word you gave them was fuel for their story. They twisted your pain into performance, painted themselves as the victim, and made you question your own reality. But when you go silent, that manipulation dies instantly. You take back authorship of your life. You stop letting them narrate your worth, your choices, your peace. Suddenly, they're left with no script, no stage, and no audience. Your silence says what words never could. I'm done playing your game. You refuse to feed the drama that kept them relevant in your life. You refuse to validate their lies with your attention. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's exactly what silence does. It shifts your focus inward. You stop trying to control them, and you start mastering yourself. You stop reacting to the noise, and you start creating calm. That's the moment you become untouchable. When they can't provoke you, they lose control. When they can't twist your words, they lose credibility. When they can't reach your emotions, they lose significance. Your silence speaks a truth louder than any confrontation ever could. You don't get to define me anymore. That realization breaks their illusion of power completely. Every time someone tries to bait you into a reaction, stop and breathe. Say to yourself, I control my story through silence. Write it on your mirror, repeat it daily, let it become your armor. Because when you master the art of not reacting, you take back control, not just of the situation, but of your entire life. Silence isn't retreat, it's command. Number 4. Silence exposes their true character. Silence is the mirror that no one wants to look into. When you stop reacting, you strip away their comfort, their control, their illusion. Suddenly, they can't hide behind charm or sweet words anymore. Without your attention to feed off, their real nature crawls to the surface. You begin to see the truth that was always there, just buried under their performance. The smiles fade, the calm act shatters, and the entitlement begins to show. They lash out, they play victim, or they try to guilt you back into engagement. But what they don't realize is this: your silence has become their exposure. Epictetus once said, "Circumstances don't make the man, they reveal him to himself." When you go silent, you become the circumstance that forces them to face their true self. You no longer participate in their illusion, and that drives them insane. Their mask wasn't built to survive truth. It was built to manipulate reactions. And now, with no reaction to hold it up, it crumbles. Every outburst, every passive-aggressive message, every sudden "I miss you" is just proof of their unraveling. Your stillness reveals what their words tried to hide: the insecurity, the control, the fear of losing you. Silence doesn't just expose them to you, it exposes them to themselves. They finally see how much their power depended on your emotional response. And when they realize that you no longer need to respond, it terrifies them, because for the first time, they're powerless. When their true colors start to show, stay calm. Don't react, don't defend. Just observe quietly and let their actions reveal everything you need to know. Smile if you must, because what you're seeing isn't loss, it's revelation. Silence doesn't just end manipulation, it exposes the truth they tried to hide. Number 5. Silence rebuilds your self-respect. Silence is not weakness, it's self-respect in its purest form. When you refuse to react to disrespect, you send a clear, powerful message. I know my worth, and it's not up for debate. Every time you stay silent instead of defending yourself to people who never listened, you rise. You stop chasing approval. You stop begging to be understood. You stop explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. That's when your power returns. Because the moment you stop arguing for your value is the moment you start embodying it. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." And that's exactly what your silence does. It turns your pain into poise, your emotion into elevation. You don't need to fight for respect when you carry yourself with it. The ones who used to take advantage of your empathy will start to feel uneasy because you're no longer available to play the role they assigned you. You've evolved, and they can sense it. Your silence becomes your armor, your boundaries, your unspoken command. I'm no longer accessible to disrespect. Self-respect is built in the quiet moments when you choose not to react. It's in the text you don't answer, the insult you don't acknowledge, the drama you walk away from. Silence becomes your proof that you've grown past the need for validation. You no longer have to say you've changed. Your peace shows it. Write down 3 times you stayed silent instead of reacting. Remember how powerful that felt. That's self-respect in motion, calm, deliberate, unshakable. From this moment on, let silence speak for you. Because when you master your tongue, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, no one can control you again. Number 6. Silence destroys their power to manipulate. Manipulators crave reaction. It's their lifeblood. They study your emotions, twist your words and poke your wounds just to see you flinch. But when you go silent, you take away their weapon. You rob them of the control they thought they had. Every unanswered message, every ignored provocation, every calm stare that replaces a reaction. It cuts deeper than any argument ever could. Your silence becomes a mirror that forces them to see their own emptiness. They can't twist silence. They can't argue with peace. They can't manipulate what doesn't engage. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." And that's what your silence represents. Freedom. Freedom from their emotional traps. Freedom from the need to prove your innocence. Freedom from the chaos they use to control you with. You're not ignoring them to be cruel. You're reclaiming your energy. You're showing them that their games no longer work, that your peace is now your priority. And that realization terrifies them because they built their confidence on your reaction. Without it, they're lost. Your silence dismantles their strategy. It breaks their rhythm. It exposes how powerless they truly are when they can't pull you into their emotional storm. Suddenly, they have no script, no leverage, no control. You've taken back everything they once used against you. That's real power, the power to choose peace over provocation. The next time someone tries to trigger you, pause. Don't argue, don't explain. Smile inwardly and whisper to yourself, "I'm untouchable in silence." Let that become your inner shield. Because silence isn't surrender, it's strategy. It's the calm strength that ends manipulation before it even begins. Remember, they can't control what doesn't react, and you finally become the one thing they can't reach, unshakably calm. Number 7. Silence creates space for healing and growth. When you stop giving your energy to toxic people and situations, something powerful happens. You begin to hear yourself again. Silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. It's the moment your mind stops chasing validation and starts returning home to peace. In that stillness, the fog clears. You start seeing who you truly are, not who others tried to make you believe you were. The drama that once consumed you becomes background noise, and for the first time, you breathe freely. That's the gift silence gives: space to heal, space to rebuild, space to grow stronger than ever before. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." That's exactly what your silence creates: self-mastery. Every moment you resist reacting, every time you choose peace over chaos, you're sharpening your inner discipline. You stop chasing closure from people who never had the capacity to give it. You stop explaining your pain to those who never cared to understand it. You stop waiting for an apology that may never come, because your healing no longer depends on them. It depends on you. Your silence becomes sacred. It transforms pain into purpose, anger into understanding, and confusion into clarity. The wounds that once controlled your emotions now become your teachers. You realize that silence isn't loneliness, it's elevation. It's you stepping into your highest self. Every morning, spend 10 minutes in pure silence. No phone, no distractions, just you and your breath. Reflect on how far you've come and what you've overcome. With each quiet moment, feel your peace growing and your power returning. That's not just healing, it's transformation. Because when you master silence, you master yourself, and no one can ever take that away again. Number 8. Silence makes them realize they lost something rare. Your silence becomes a mirror that forces them to see what they destroyed. It's not your words they miss, it's your energy, your calm, your empathy, your rare presence that brought balance to their chaos. When you go silent, they feel the void. They start to realize that no one else gives them what you did. The validation, the understanding, the steady light you carried, it's gone. And nothing they find can replace it. That's when the regret begins to eat at them. They replay conversations, moments, and choices, wishing they had treated you differently. But it's too late. You've evolved beyond the version of yourself they once knew. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Their thoughts are now filled with guilt, shame, and emptiness, while yours are soaked in peace, power, and freedom. They're restless because your silence speaks louder than anything you could ever say. It reminds them that they can't manipulate what's not available, they can't control what doesn't react, and they can't reach what has healed. You are no longer someone who chases validation. You've become someone who embodies value. Your silence is not punishment, it's proof of growth. It's the ultimate reminder that you were never the problem. You were the lesson. They had something real, and they lost it because they mistook your kindness for weakness. Now your absence echoes in their thoughts, and your silence teaches the lesson their ego refused to learn. When they try to reappear, don't fall for nostalgia or false promises. Remember why you went silent. Peace is too precious to gamble. Keep your boundaries firm. Let your silence remind them that access to your energy is a privilege, not a right. Listen closely. Your silence is not weakness. It is force. It is authority. It is your unshakable statement to the world that you will no longer bend, explain, or justify yourself to anyone who tries to diminish you. Silence is your armor, your sword, and your shield, all at once. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. This is your living proof. Your silence delivers impact without anger, power without aggression, and clarity without chaos." You are no longer at the mercy of their drama. You are sovereign over your mind, your energy, and your peace. Every moment you hold your tongue, every time you refuse to react, you reclaim authority over your own life. Make your silence deliberate. Use it to reclaim your space, to fortify your boundaries, and to remind yourself that your value is inherent. It does not need validation. Each choice to stay quiet in the face of provocation is a victory. Every time you walk away instead of arguing, you rise above manipulation. Every calm moment when they expect conflict exposes their weakness and reinforces your strength. You are building an empire of composure and self-mastery that cannot be shaken. Identify one situation this week where you would normally respond impulsively. Do not respond. Stay silent. Observe the effect, not on them, but on you. Feel your power solidify. Witness how quickly the illusion of control they believed they had begins to crumble. That is your influence, your strategy, and your victory. Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence reveals truth and protects my peace. Repeat it. Own it. Let it remind you that silence is not surrender. It is strategy. It is sovereignty. It is strength. Like, share, and subscribe to continue mastering the art of power through silence. Your silence doesn't just break their mask, it crowns you as unshakable.